W Rock.
The Philippines original rock radio 96.3 W Rock.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bill Please, episode 106. And it's all about managing anxiety. Brought to us by Pagcor, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and also by Freshman Masculine Wash. I'm Billy. We are live right now on our Facebook page, 96.3 W Rock, also live on TikTok and on Instagram. Thank you for joining me today, March 4, 2026. Is the news about the conflict between the United States and Iran giving you the feeling of anxiety? Are you worried? Are you thinking much about your loved ones in the Middle East? Because you might think that they may be in danger. It's but natural to feel that way. It's natural to feel anxious because anxiety is a universal feeling and emotion. And actually, if we constantly expose ourselves to war-related news and images and videos and stories of violence, it's a major source of stress. Tayo pong lahat nakaka-feel po ng stress. Tayo po lahat ay nakaka-feel ng fear, dread, and anxiety. It's but natural to feel that way. And there's what we call the phenomenon, the headline stress disorder or war anxiety, and that can lead to feelings of helplessness, fear for loved ones, and disruptions to daily life. Totoo po yan. Especially when we know someone who's working there in the Middle East, at alam naman natin na recently meron pong conflict, meron pong airstrikes at bombings na nangyari po doon sa Middle East. Of course, this will give us concern and even worry because we don't want our loved ones to be injured or even be killed in those places. So today, aside from that, we're also going to talk about managing anxiety. Even if we feel this way sometimes, we can still manage anxiety. And that's the topic today, March 4, 2026. Even those who are not directly affected or involved in the conflict can also feel pained and wounded by the suffering that they witness. We witness po sa videos, sa mga reels, sa social media, ang mga nangyayari ngayon sa Middle East. Ang United States po at ang Israel po ay they are allies. And war reports often trigger deep fears baka mag-spread po ang kung sa Bisaya pa, ang gubat if it spreads to other places. So how do we cope with anxiety? And here are some tips and strategies. Feel free to write us your comments and giving us your reactions on our page so Facebook. And also, if you want us to do some shout outs, let us know if you want me to greet you. Okay, coping strategies. You limit your exposure. You set strict boundaries, such as limiting news intake to 30 minutes. Huwag masyadong follow masyado sa mga negative news, mga negative reports. So therefore, importante po na huwag masyadong nakatingin, huwag masyadong nakafollow sa mga bad news para hindi madagdagan ang feeling of anxiety. And be selective po sa mga mga binabasa nyo, yung mga fina-follow nyo. You have the power to be selective. You rely on your personal wisdom. Yes, huwag masyadong maengganyo sa mga balita. So if you already feel stressed out, if you feel anxious already, nawo-worry na kayo kung anong mangyayari in the future, so you limit your exposure to these news. And also, be selective. Go to websites, go to pages, go to sources that can at least give some calm, some good news. So avoid focusing so much on negative news developments. So let me greet now our viewers. Thank you very much for viewing. TikTokers, Jake, Donig, Susan, Santos, Chrisio, Gigi Rolling, Advent. At sa Facebook naman, we have Nathan Maureen watching from Leyte. Thank you so much. And Zoella, Zoe here. Thank you for viewing. Thank you so much. And of course, we have to thank again my weekly help comes from Nina Nilias and also Chrysler Seno, and also our chief technician Efren Bato Balonos. Managing anxiety. Importante that we know how to manage well the feelings of anxiety, dread, fear, and worry. So, limit your exposure and be selective po sa mga pages na pinapanood ninyo or binabasa ninyo, and take action to fight feelings of helplessness. Focus on things that you can control. You cannot control the ongoing conflict. Ang mga nangyayari po ngayon sa Middle East is beyond our control. So huwag tayong masyadong nakafocus dyan. Of course, it's good to be updated as well so that you would know kung ano po mga nangyayari sa ating mga OFWs or overseas Filipino workers there. Pray and hope that things will turn out right in the coming days. Thank you very much for watching. Bill, please, episode 106. Time for me to check out for myself live streaming. We are being viewed now on our Facebook page, and gotta say hello to David Mark Davis Maramba, listening from Qatar. Antaduhan. Thank you, Dave Mark, for viewing. And hello to Miguelito. Good morning, DJ Billy of 96.3. Great Wednesday morning, sir. Watching you here in Tuburan, Cebu province. A shout out goes to Mike Wilson Lumantao. Mike Wilson, hi. Hi, good morning to you. And also to Pupsy Killa Love Kanya. Good morning, DJ. Good morning also to you. Thank you so much for viewing. Charles Juan. And hi to you. Chu Amarientos, Maing Buntag, to the staff of W Rock. Cedric Lucero is watching. Thank you very much, and good morning to you, Cedric. Manage your social media. You can mute specific triggering words, phrases, or accounts to take back control of your feed. Do not allow algorithm to fully control your news feed. You can hide, you can report, you can even block certain pages or groups that you think are not contributing much to your mental health. You manage your anxiety by accepting and acknowledging the feeling. You cannot deny the feeling of anxiety. Kung andyan na, if you feel it already, if you know that you are already feeling anxious, if you're anxious already, acknowledge the feeling. Yes, I'm anxious right now. You can say that to yourself and don't deny it. Don't shove it aside. Don't put it under the rug. Anxiety is a universal human experience. It's natural and it's automatic. It's an automatic response to stress, danger, or uncertainty. Anxiety might even cause you to sweat. Pagpawisan ka. To feel restless, parang hindi ka mapakali. You move around. You don't know what to do. You just have these uncontrolled movements ng mga daliri, ng mga kamay, ng body. That's how your body is giving expression to anxiety. It can be meron kang palpitations. Personally, meron din akong tinatawag na anxiety. Years ago, before and even during the pandemic, I would have, I won't call it an attack, but anxiety episodes po. Yes, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., past midnight, I just felt something different. It, I could not define it. I could not even identify it. I could not even describe it. It's just so overwhelming. It was very overwhelming. It was in year 2020. Much has happened in my life. And anxious lang talaga ako. So how did I manage it? I boiled some water. So kumuha ko ng hot water. And then I took sips from a cup. Hot water yun ha. And then mainit talaga. Para ma-feel ko na parang mainit yung lips. So para ma-focus ko ang sensation of the heat and the hotness of the water. Kasi it was in the maginaw na gabi, it was past midnight, and I was already feeling very anxious. So what I did was, I just had some hot water. I sipped slowly hot water from a cup. That was how I managed my anxiety. You can share some tips or advice with us kung paano nyo i-manage ang inyong anxiety. You might feel anxious when faced with a difficult problem. Ano problema what the problem that you're facing now? Is it giving you anxiety? Are you already feeling so worried about making a big decision in life? Will you sell this house? Will you sell this car? Will you go abroad? Will you leave your family for work outside the country? Will you have a breakup with someone? Will you have a relationship with someone? Well, actually, those things can also make you feel stressed and even bothered and even anxious. And the anxiety may give us, there's a positive thing to this, it may give us a boost of energy and helps you focus. But for people with anxiety problems and disorders, the fear is not temporary. Parang severe na po. May mild anxiety at saka meron ding severe anxiety. This is Billy, and you're watching Bill Please, episode 106, and brought to us by Pagcor, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, and Freshman Masculine Wash. Allow me to greet TikTokers. Hi to Flora Kiming, Monster25, hello Leonora, Pelobel, AJ, ESC, and Marisa Tusi. Sean Yu, watching on Facebook. How are you, Sean? Wala bang anxiety dyan? Instagrammers, Lucky Pink, hello to you, and J.I. Pandez. Hi to TikToker Iril, hello to you. Regards to my co-auditors in COA Cebu. Thank you very much, COA people and Iril, for viewing. And thank you very much. Let me go now to the Facebook page. Let me continue. Mike Wilson, hi to you. Arnel Beltran, hello. Jenny Beth, shout out from Mindanao, Plaridel, watching from Facebook. You know what? Anxiety is not permanent. It can pass. Just like other emotions and feelings, hindi po yan naglalast. It can last for an hour. It can last for a few minutes. It can last for more than an hour. It all depends on the severity of the anxiety. And you may ask, ang mga bata ba, yung mga elementary students, yung mga bata, age 3, 4, 5, do they experience anxiety? I'd like to ask Nina here, mga bata ba niya? They feel anxious also, right? Children, young children can absolutely experience anxiety. It's normal. It's a normal part of development and growing up. Children of all ages, including toddlers, experience fears and worries. Pero yung mga bata, hindi nila alam na nalilibit pala yan na anxiety. But makikita mo sa expression ng bata na sila ay takot, sila ay umiyak, sila ay nawo-worry because they have feelings just like us. Episode 106 will continue. We will have a radio break, a commercial break, and I'll be back. Thank you so much. Live work time is 10:15, but we're still live on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Maraming salamat for viewing. So yun, ang mga bata pwedeng magka-anxiety. People express anxiety through a combination of physical, cognitive, and behavioral symptoms, including restlessness, rapid heart rate, muscle tension, and difficulty concentrating. It often manifests as excessive, hard to control worry, avoidance of triggers, sleep issues, and physical sensations like trembling or sweating. I remember I was very, very anxious here in the workplace many years ago. I told my coworkers, Hala, Joanne, please massage my arm and my hands because I just feel so anxious. So I went to her and then she started pressing my fingers, my palms, my hands, and she just massaged it because I wanted her to massage my hand because felt so anxious. And then I felt really, my feet were cold, my hands were cold, and I knew that it was an anxiety, not really an attack, but it was an episode wherein I just had palpitations and I was worried, and I already started thinking of the worst scenarios. When does anxiety start to become a concern? Anxiety becomes a concern when it is excessive, uncontrollable, and persists for 6 months or longer, significantly interfering with daily life. May mga tao na pumupunta na po sila sa psychiatrist, sa psychologist, sa mga counselors, sa mga pari, sa mga Christian leaders, because they have this heaviness, they have this fear, continuous worry, and anxiety. They say, may kulang sa katawan. Baka kulang sa mga minerales, kulang sa certain vitamins and minerals, kulang sa tulog, kulang sa tamang pagkain, kulang sa daylight, sunlight. Yun. There may be causes na hindi lamang po sa mga bali-balita, hindi lamang po sa mga iniisip natin, baka rin kulang tayo sa exercise, kulang sa tamang kulang sa tulog, at saka kulang sa tamang nutrisyon. Here are some examples of commonly used avoidance behaviors. Kung meron po tayong mga problema, people do this. Ito po ay ang pagtitake ng drugs, ang pag-iinom ng sangkatutak na alak, alcoholism, and drug use. Yan. To escape their problems, paano mawala ang kanilang mga worry and anxiety, they run to drugs and they run to cigarette smoking and even gambling. Hello and welcome back to Bill Please. Sa radio po namin, we're live streaming po sa Facebook, but we have a Facebook page and also we have a website. Our official website is 963wrock.com. Live audio streaming po doon. Gotta say hello to our listeners and viewers in the Middle East right now. We have listeners of W Rock in Kuwait, also there in Saudi Arabia, and in other parts of the Middle East. At times, I would check our monitor, and we have listeners also in Iran and also there in Kuwait. Yes, occasionally we have listeners in those nations or countries. Avoidance behaviors para po malesen ang feeling of worry, anxiety, and depression. People go to taking drugs and taking alcohol. They engage in wishful thinking or maladaptive daydreaming. Instead of facing and dealing with a problem or with a concern or with the issue, they suppress their emotions by daydreaming, or instead of processing them, they suppress their emotions. They deny the existence of their anxiety, making excuses to avoid social gatherings, procrastinating on important tasks. Because of anxiety, marami pong mga paraan ang mga tao on how to deal with it. There are people who don't know how to deal well with their anxiety, and there are people who know how to deal properly with their anxiety. High levels of anxiety can turn into a panic attack. Ito, seryoso na to. magpapanik po ang tao. A panic attack is considered a very intense, sudden manifestation of extreme anxiety. May iba na sumisigaw. May iba talagang ah, tumatakbo. Yung iba, nag-iisip na po na tapusin ang buhay nila. Anxiety often builds up gradually over time regarding specific worries. It can escalate into a sudden, overwhelming surge of terror and physical symptoms like rapid heart rate and even the fear of death. Thank you very much for viewing episode 106. Kayo po, how are you? How's your mental health? I just hope that healthy ang pag-isip, normal po ang pag-isip. I just hope that you will be able to manage anxiety if ever it comes sa buhay po ninyo, sa inyong pang-araw-araw na what do you call this, existence. Yung trabaho nyo, I hope hindi po naapektuhan ng anxiety po ninyo. If you have tips and advice, you can share the wisdom with others. If you have a coworker, if you have a family member, if you have a friend who is now anxious, who's been very anxious these days, you know what you can do? Offer your time, offer your presence, and ask that person if you need a listening ear, a loving ear, or if you need comfort. Yung mga tao pong may anxiety, they badly need assurance, reassurance, and comfort. Kung ikaw po ay anxious, don't keep it to yourself. You must be honest. You must have the boldness and the courage to tell others that you can trust. You can tell them now you have these feelings of anxiety. And if you need help, say so. Don't be too proud not to ask for help. Be humble enough to ask for help. You can tell your mom if you have a big problem and it's giving you so much stress. And kung meron ka bang asawa na nasa Middle East ngayon or somewhere near the area of conflict, if you can manage to talk to that loved one, I hope you can get that chance. And pray. Prayers can also help ease your turbulent emotions. Prayers, and if you want someone to pray over you and to pray for you, let them know that you need that kind of help. Managing anxiety is not easy. Depende po yan sa tao. May mga tao pong hindi marunong mag-manage ng kanilang anxiety. Going back to panic attacks, what are the symptoms? Racing or pounding heart, difficulty breathing or choking sensations, dizziness, trembling or tingling in limbs, intense fear of losing control, dying or going crazy. Yun. Sometimes, sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, parang nababaliw na ako because of anxiety. Take measures. I just hope that you will not give up hope fast. Do not ever keep your big problems to yourself. If you want to keep it to yourself, sana hindi naman po matagal. You can pray, you can pour out your heart to God, you can pour out your heart to a trusted person. It can be a member of your family. I just hope that meron po mga tao sa pamilya nyo na hindi po judgmental, ready to love you, ready to help you. And if you think that you need a mental health professional, a counselor, a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or if you need a doctor or a physician that can give you some medication on how to deal with your anxiety, then consider having those person manage your problem. So, thank you so much for viewing. We have viewers like Bernardo Samson. Kuya Billy request po, how do you heal a broken heart? A broken heart, kung kayo po ay broken-hearted, nagbibigay rin yan ng anxiety sa taong talagang emotional, yung in love na in love. If you had a very, very long relationship with someone and then it ends after 15 years, after 10 years, yun, nagkakaproblema, nagbibigay po ng stress yan. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Susan Ise, happy Bill, please. Let us all be happy every day. Mabigat man mga problema, positive lang po tayo. Miss Susan, that is true. But meron po tayong kasabihan na it's easier said than done. We need each other. We need one another para sa ating emotional balance and stability. We need each other. Balik-balik. Sa maning, ano po ito? Oh. Hello po. Hello everybody. Uy, the mother of Nina. Philag, shout out, Estrelita Atabay. Hello to you, Estrelita, and also to Miss Maria Fer. Hi to Nenan, Ima Ferrer, or Amy Ferrer, Ryan Borja, Belia Resco, Lila Rodriguez, and Alfred Bassi. Mai Yang, or May Yang, thank you so much for viewing. Managing anxiety, an interesting topic to discuss and talk about. How do you give immediate relief? Deep breathing. Inhale and then you exhale. There are many ways to do proper deep breathing. Ito po, meron ding grounding techniques. You can use the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Ano po ito? You identify 5 things that you see. If you already feel very, very anxious, 5 things that you can see. Para hindi ka masyadong ma-focus sa feelings mo, you look at 5 things and identify them. Things that you can see, 5. And then 4 things that you can touch. What are these 4 things that you can touch? And 3, what are these 3 things that you can hear? And 2, what are these 2 things that you can smell? And one thing that you can taste. Ang purpose po nito is you will not focus on your feelings. So, check out what you can see, what you can hear, what you can feel, what you can taste, and what you can touch. Muscle relaxation. Isa po yan. One way of managing anxiety. Lifestyle adjustments, exercise, and I don't like this advice, limit caffeine. Ay, gusto ko ng coffee. Gusto ko ng kape. Gusto ko ng tea. Probably, yun ang naging cause ng anxiety ko. Sometimes 3 to 4 cups. 2 to 3 cups. Alright. Other ways, cold water shock. Splash cold water sa mukha. Kumuha ka rin ng ice cube or ice. And then, you grip that ice para ma-focus kayo sa coldness or the freezing temperature of that object. Take a break. You can hum. Or kung meron po kayong mga pets sa bahay, meron kayong pusa, aso, and you start to feel anxious, well, the pet can surely comfort you. Meron din pong mga pagkain that you can consume para ma-reduce ang anxiety. Ito po ay dark chocolate. Expensive for magnesium. In dark chocolate, nakakatulong po yan sa pag-reduce ng anxiety. Bananas. Kain kayo ng saging para ma-lessen ang anxiety. Citrus fruits. But hindi naman yan dyan kaagad ang epekto. So para hindi kayo masyadong ma-anxious, have these foods, have dark chocolate, bananas, and other citrus fruits for vitamin C. Para po ma-regulate po ang mood at saka ma-regulate ang feelings and emotions. So yun, I hope you're not anxious as you're watching and listening to Bill Please. And before we end the show, I would like to say hello to Mr. Ernest Villariza. Ernest Villariza, God bless you and to your family. And Bill Please. Kalma lang po. Tell yourself that it's gonna be all right. Anxiety is temporary. It will pass. And if you're feeling anxious right now, listen to Light Rock. There may be songs that can make you feel calmer and more at peace. Thank you so much, Pagcor, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, for the sponsorship. Thank you, Freshman Masculine Wash. Thank you so much to Anthony Tusi for the artwork and for promoting our show every Wednesday. And Bill, please. Thank you also to Strubs Adriel for also promoting this show. And I'll be back on March 11 at the same time, 10 a.m. And thank you so much, TikTokers, Instagrammers, and Facebookers. Maraming salamat po. God bless us all. Enjoy.
You just had Bill Please, a midweek morning talk show that deals with a variety of topics. Bill Please returns next Wednesday